AEM workflows are a powerful tool to streamline content processes. They help automate approvals, publishing, and other tasks, ensuring content moves smoothly through different stages. So, let's talk about different types of workflows in AEM. There are three main types of workflow in AEM: out of the box workflow, custom workflows, and workflow launchers. Out of the box workflow covers common tasks, while custom workflow allows you to define business specific logic. Workflow launchers triggers workflows automatically based on the changes. So now let's create a simple AM workflow. So first step is to navigate to workflow console, and step 2 is design the workflow, and finally assign the workflow. So to create a simple AM workflow, navigate to the workflow console. So go to tools, then workflow, and now we will create workflow model. So if you click models, you will find already predefined out of the box workflow that you can use it for your project. But if you want to create a new workflow model, then click on create model, and then we are going to create a model for content approval workflow. So I'm making a title as content approval workflow, then click done, and the new model will be added. Now second stage, design the workflow. So now we are at our second step, that is design the workflow. So to add a new workflow steps, what you can do is select the workflow that we have created, go to edits. First we will add participants tab. So how you can add is, here you can just drag and drop the participants tab. Okay, so what is participants tab? Participants tab is used to assign tasks to specific users or groups for manual approval or review within a workflow process. So all you have to do is drag and drop the participants tab from the side panel into your workflow model, and double click on the participants tab to open the properties. Okay, now if you want to configure the comment tab, what you have to do is you have to write a title, description, workflow stage. Okay, so there is workflow stage where you can select predefined workflow stage from the drop down, and also there is a timeout settings. You can configure timeout settings, duration, and handler to accelerate or auto resolve tasks if they are not completed within a time frame. Okay, so you can just add any of the timeout setting from here. Okay, next is how we can assign group or users. Okay, so here there is a tab user group. So what you can do is you can also enable the notify user via email checkbox. So if you want to assign participant to receive an email or notification, you can just enable this checkbox so that the user will notify via email. And in the user and group field here, you can select any of the specific user or group responsible for this step. Okay, so this was all about this participant step. So now the next step is process step. So let's drag and drop that step here. Okay, so now what is process step? So process step is used to execute automated tasks such as activating pages, sending notifications, or running custom scripts within a workflow. Okay, to configuring the common tab for process as well, double click on process. Here you can see title, description, workflow stage, timeout settings similar to participants tab, and here you can also see the timeout handler, which is to configure a handler to manage the timeout scenarios. Okay, and there is also a process tab here, so click on that tab and select the process implementation from the drop down here. Okay, and also you can configure additional parameter based on the process logic you need to automate, and also if required you can pass the arguments to process further customizations.
So that's how you can configure a process step in AEM workflow. This steps allows automation of specific tasks to streamline content processes without manual intervention. Okay, so after setting up the workflow, suppose you are a approver and you will receive a notification in the workflow inbox and you can review the content and approve it. So once you approved, AEM will automatically publish the content. So finally, you can monitor your workflow, and to monitor your workflow, go to Workflow Console and check active instances. This helps in tracking progress and troubleshooting issues. So when designing a workflow, keep them simple, use human reviews when needed, and automate repetitive tasks with process steps, monitor workflows and optimize them regularly to ensure efficiency.